Hi, I'm Dara Dietz, and today we are going to cook something a little bit different. I came across this recipe at a girlfriend's house a while back, and she showed it to me, and it was absolutely delicious, so I played around with it a bit. And what it is garbanzo flour patties. We are going to make a patty with garbanzo flour that we make fresh. And you make the flour with fresh, hard garbanzos. We're going to grind these to flour, and then we are going to combine carrots, onions, celery, peas, and some seasonings with them, and then make them into a patty. There's no binder needed. They adhere beautifully together. So let's go ahead and get this started, and we shall make some garbanzo patties. All right, first thing we're going to do is we need to grind the flour. I've already done one batch, so I like to use my bullets for this. This is my Ninja blender, but any good blender will do it really well. The bullet cut seems to work the best. You'll see it only takes just a few moments in a good blender to get it blended down. And that's it. Like I said, I did the first batch. So this is 2 cups of garbanzo, of hard garbanzo beans that we use for the base of this. You can see here that it is really a nice flour that makes. Okay, the seasonings that we're going to add into this are 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic powder, a teaspoon of seasoned salt, a teaspoon of pepper or any pepper substitute that you like. I like the bite from the pepper in it. And a teaspoon of curry powder. And again, whatever curry flavor you like. And then I'm going to add, this is about 3/4 cup, half to 3/4 cup of yeast flakes. You want to combine the ingredients. Well, I like using the whisk. It seems to mix the dry ingredients the best. Once you've got all the ingredients mixed together really well, we're just going to set this aside for a few moments, and we're going to soften the vegetables on the stove. Okay, into the skillet I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Doesn't take a lot. And then we're just going to add the vegetables. This is 1 carrot that has been shredded. One onion that is well diced. I normally use about 2 stalks of celery well diced. This was the end of my celery, so it was the heart of the celery. And it's about the equivalent of 2 stalks of celery that's been really well diced up. Okay, we're going to let this soften for a few minutes, and then I'm going to add in some frozen peas. It'll be about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of frozen peas. right, let's check and see how these veggies are doing. Still crisp, but very nice. It's time to add the peas. Okay, we're adding the peas. And get those stirred in. The peas are really important. They make it just absolutely delicious in the patty. They add a real nice texture and flavor. And then to the end of this, I'm going to add a teaspoon of granulated garlic and a teaspoon of seasoned salt. They were pre-mixed there. So I'm adding a little seasoning right into the vegetables, right along with what's already in the flour mix. So let's continue to let this soften for another 2 or 3 minutes. And then what we're going to do is add this directly into the soupy batter that we are going to make. Alright, now we're going to add the water into the mix, and we're going to add enough to make it a little bit thin for a pancake mix, but you still want it pretty good. I've got 4 cups of water here. I don't think I'll use that much. Let's go with a couple cups and just see where that puts us. Like I said, for these, you need no binder. There is no binder needed in this recipe. Okay, that's a thick. That's about 3 cups that we've used so far. 2.5, 3 cups of water. Still feels a little thick. Some people have the water down pat. They'll just tell you measure in this much water. I go for how it feels. That still feels, it's getting close, but it's still a little thick. And when the hot vegetables are added in here, it's going to thicken up a little bit more. So I tend to go for it being just a little on the soupy side before I add the hot veggies. For those of you that don't want to put vegetables in it, you can actually make patties with it just like this. I like adding the vegetables. Okay, it's getting pretty darn close. Okay, I'd say we did about 3 cups of water for what we've got here. Yeah, you can see how this is. It's a little on the soupy side, but still a thick, nice batter. Okay, we're going to put the vegetables in. And these have softened up beautifully. They look really nice. And then I just tend to go over and wash out my pan and just use the same pan to fry them in, personally. But it's preference. If you want to pull a clean pan out, go for it. Right, these come out a little bit like egg foo young in the with all the veggies and stuff in it. Okay. There we go. That's the batter finished. Okay, my frying pan is hot now. I've added about a tablespoon of oil into it. Now I'm going to add the batter. Now I like to dribble just a little bit of oil around the backside of the patties to make sure that there's oil all around it. You want to give them about a minute or two to cook on each side. I'm not a fantastic flipper, so I like to use a little help to make sure I get them flipped well. Look at that nice toasty. You can see how well they hold together. No binder needed for this recipe. I usually heat my pan on 6 and then I'll turn it down to 4 for the cooking. And I would give it 2 or 3 minutes on each side. All right, they are ready now. You can see how they are on both sides. And I can tell you that they are delicious. The flavors are just scrumptious. All right, here they are. There's more still cooking up behind me on the stove. But this is the garbanzo patty. They hold together really well. They are absolutely delicious. And I like them with marinara sauce or just plain. You can serve them with rice, the salad on the side. Anything that you think. It's a good high protein dish. And very, very tasty. So enjoy.